theater here. And I know this is Mother's Day, so we are just thrilled that you are here to join us for our celebration of HONK. Most of you probably already know Mr. Cross, who already came out in his wonderful orchestra. And then I'd like you to meet, yes, please. And I'd like to meet the other person who is just as important as Mr. Cross and myself, and that's Mr. Steve Lorenz, who does all the vocal preparation. We have a real treat for you in store for you this afternoon, and I know you're going to love it, at least everybody else has. And the costumes, I even got one from our costume designers, Jill Stevenson and Olga Blackbird. And before we start, I have two things. Number one, there is no flash photography. And it's very distracting, or picture taken of any sort. Also, there is pyrotechnics as well as a strobe light in this, so you need to be aware of that. And I assume you already turned off your cell phones, so that's cool. So make lots of noise, because I know you're not a huge audience this afternoon, so make lots of noise so they get all excited and feed back to you, and have a good time. Bye.
In our patch behind the fireplace, where the pace of life is slow, and the lilies on the lake are broad and lush, we're all living here in clover, and the mating season's over, so there won't be cause for anyone to blush. In our land both green and pleasant, every bantam, duck and pheasant, if they had them, they'd be walking arm and arm. For our life is good and steady till we're plucked and up and ready. It's a poultry tale of folk down on the There's two turkeys with the gobble, while there one who starts to wander, with the rooster cock-a-doodle got pullets, we've got chickens, we've got quills, and what the dickens? It's a poultry tale of folk down on the farm. There's a guinea fowl hissing, then I touch, she's my missus. So forgive me if I'm laying on the small. There goes his heated quack and tough one up. Still not like it. It's a poultry tale of folk down on the farm. Come on down and don't be strangers. In our dugout of Eurasians. It's a poultry tale of folk down on the We're all wonderful and one-up, little chicks on Molly Cottle. With a cat would like to do them greatest harm. He's our only source of worry, families barely get to play. It's a poultry tale of folk down on the
Housing matters themselves. I never show much interest in this group. I admit I'm quite a glutton, but this feather ducklings hatch. It's a flavor you won't match. They're delicious and I just can't get enough. As a felon who is feline, you will see me make a beeline to this tender little Jezebel's affair.
It confuses the other animals.
How's it going, Ita? You still sitting? I don't know. It's all right for soon.
Well, if you like the sound of it so much, why don't you take a turn on the nest? Wipe your webs. I just did the floor this morning.
Oh, Ita, you know I love to have a crack at sitting on those eggs for a wee bit, but you look so comfortable up there, it seemed shame to disturb you.
And what about that extension you promised to build on the nest? It's going to be very cramped once the little ones arrive, especially with that one big egg in the clutch. Goodness only knows what size that chick's going to be.
Let me see that egg. It's way too big. It can't be mine. You know, I reckon it's a turkey.
Oh, Drake.
I had the same problem with my ex.
Here we go again.
We had the whole pack of troubles with the young ones. I can tell you, they were afraid of water. She had me running up until the bed shouting, Colonel Sanders! Colonel Sanders! And they still would not go in.
Drake, how would a turkey's egg get to be in my nest? Must be your side of the family.
Well, we'll just have to see who he takes after. Wait, dear.
Yes, dear.
Anyways, must fly. I promised the rooster I'd help him count his chickens. Shall I see you back here?
Well, where else do you suppose I'm going to be? As a duck, when you're stuck sitting in the middle of your nest, then at best you get bored. There goes Drake on the lake. I can see him through the rushes all the time, feeling I'm just ignored. I don't pretend that this is all his doing. I'm a sucker for the building and the cooing. But when you hear that pitter-patter of tiny feet, it doesn't matter how long I've had to sit here minding my room. Their little duck by name and duck by nature, ducking out of his responsibilities. Why say, if butts were meant for sitting on eggs all day, they should have been designed with big old dimples in them.
I had the very thought. How much longer do you have to go?
Well, by my reckoning, they should be out by now. I went to all my prenatal hatching classes run by that self-satisfied stork, and she said about half a month, but 2 weeks is up.
The best things come to those who wait, you see.
I'm not so sure. Why do we put ourselves through it? Every spring it's exactly the same.
But think of all those lovely rewards, all those lovely wee ducklings.
All those geese to feed.
Waking you up at all hours.
Getting into deep water.
Attracting unwanted admirers. Like the cat.
Why do we put ourselves through it?
'Cause when you hear that dibble dabble your prod, you say, hey, that's my rabble, then watch their maiden voyage off in the bay.
Like champagne corks, you'll see them laughing.
A company by lovers loving you leave. They speak to nature, nobody's safe. It's the joy. Oh, prepare yourself, my
They're hatching down.
adorable, just adorable.
Oh, darling, I've been waiting for so long.
Oh, I wonder what you name them.
Downy, Beaky, Fluff, and Billy. It's the joy.
It's a joy. It's the joy. Joy, 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 joy. It's the joy of motherhood. Looking so close and making us see why. Love you any other mother would.
To get my ducks down and
Oh, Ida, they're the loveliest ducklings I've ever set my eyes on. They're the image of their father.
Thanks. Speaking of Daddy, Maureen, would you be a dear and run try to find him for me? He's probably making waves down at the local watering hole.
All right. And Mama is off now. See you later.
What are we saying? Yeah. Far out.
I was getting well cramped inside that egg.
Now, don't go thinking this is the whole world. It stretches far beyond the other side of the lake, right into the churchyard. Although I've never been that far myself.
Wicked. Let's explore.
Hang on a minute. There are 1 or 2 nest rules before you pedal off. Rule number 1. No wet feet inside the nest. Number 2, you must feather your own nest every morning. Number 3, no quacking after sunset. Number 4, no plankton between meals. Number 5, wait a minute, you're not all here.
Hey guys, there's a new member of our gang.
Oh, quack, it's the big one.
Look at the shell on that. Hey, how come he got such a big egg?
Yeah, we all got cramped into regular-sized eggs, but that one got queen-sized ostrich job.
No, Mom, it's not fair.
Well, children, I did not do that on purpose. No,
Alright, kids! And your dad.
take a good look at him because you probably won't be seeing him that often. Well, true to form, you missed it. The pitter-patter of petite paddles.
Well, I'm here new. Okay, kids, who's up for a swim? Danny? Speaking. Floof. End of kiss. Billy, me boy. What's the matter? All that sit in a room take it out of you?
There's still one to hatch, Mr. I don't want to accept responsibility. The big one.
That egg. Tell you. It's definitely a turkey. You'll never get that thing to float into the water. Just leave it. Or could loot out. Come along and teach the other ones how to swim properly.
You teach the other ones how to swim properly. I might as well sit for a bit longer. I've been sitting for so long, a few days more won't make very much difference.
Whatever you say, dear. Okay, kids, last little legs are good. Oh, wait for me!
What a roll. Only good for keeping eggshells warm. On the whole, they have always been more uniform. This one's different. This one's different from the rest. I don't believe a turkey's egg could fall into my nest. It's just a freak of nature, just a larger grade of all the other eggs I've ever laid. This one's different, but there's different, and there's different. Oh my God! What's the matter with your quack? You're not like your brothers and sisters. They're, different. If I say butterball, does that bother you at all? No? How about water? How would you like to go for a swim?
I'd love to, Mama.
Thank heavens for that. I knew you were one of mine. Now, your father has taken the others off for their very first swimming lesson. So how about you and I do the same thing, right here at the water's edge? Nothing too fancy, mind, just the basics to get you started. It's a bit nippy, but we'll soon warm up. The important thing is to not be afraid of the water.
I'm not afraid. Can we smelt to that island?
Good gracious, no, it's much farther than you think. Why, I haven't been out that far since your father and I were courting. And I didn't mean to go that far then. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Now just do as I do, and you should take to it like a duck to water. You should take to it. Hold your head up high, like the most happy fella, while down below each thigh. Apropos, then must keep paddling like the clappers you keep paddling with your flappers while seeming to be dreaming.
to go fast.
It's not a race.
It's a skill I can master.
And clearly you are nearly fit to drop.
No, I'm not. I could go on all day.
Have a break.
I feel fresh as a daisy.
Your legs must stay.
No, they don't. Are you crazy?
So maybe, now my baby, we should stop.
Would one lap of the lake be okay? It's the greatest thing. Can we have one more try?
This is knackering. You swim is better than I.
Pretty please.
Give me
Bend
strength.
those knees.
Just one like that.
Keep paddling like the clappers. Just keep paddling with your flappers. We'll see me to be dreaming and calm.
Just beneath the surface, you may struggle to get by.
But nothing can deter you if you hold your head up high.
There, dear, you look much better.
What did you mean when you said I'm not like my brothers and sisters? What is different?
Well, for one thing, I'm certain you can swim much better than they can.
Really? What else?
You must try to remember, dear. The important thing is what's on the inside, not what we look like on the outside.
What's marmalade?
It's sort of an orange preserve, often found in toast.
No. What's mama laid?
Oh my gosh! Ita, I want you to listen to me very carefully, love. I want you to walk towards me very slowly. No sudden moves.
What are you quacking about?
I'm scared.
There's something behind you. Something not very nice.
This is your son, dear.
I created a monster!
Don't be ridiculous. He's just not your normal run-of-the-mill pond duck, that's all.
That's all! I have a reputation, you know.
I know, dear, and I wouldn't brag about it if I were you.
I tell ya, he's a turkey!
He is not a turkey. He loves the water.
Cranberry sauce.
See, he didn't even flinch. Now, I want the rest of you to get spruced up. It's time for you to meet the other members of the duck yard and be educated in the ways of the world. Drake, don't stare at him.
Look at him.
Now then, children, let's not make a fuss.
Look at him. I'm sure he's really one of us.
Family likeness is unstrong, still you won't poke fun. All of you must get along. He's a special son. Now come along, the rest of you. Now stay close to me at all times, or you may get trodden on. And beware of the cat.
Look at him, let's look at the enemies are not. Look at him,
That was obviously eggshell sound.
let the neighbors scream and howl when they see our breed. He's the foulest waterfowl.
Why are you so rude?
Don't touch it.
Hi,
tree chic. I don't want to miss out.
Look at you, look at me, what's it matter?
Isn't it obvious?
Why do I make you all laugh and scoff?
Have you seen your reflection?
Why don't we play with the fishes? Because you'd scare them off! Look at him! Yeah, admit he has a big dick streak.
Look at him, just a variation on a theme. I don't want to see my son left out on a limb. Why is it that everyone has to cheer?
There's your answer, dear. Look at him!
Peck, 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 peck. I hate to be picky, but the duck peck, peck looks a little bit dicky. Look at him roar. Have you ever seen a penguin dance? Look at him roar. Don't you think it's the strangest things? There are times you have to be cruel to be kind. If you gave that cat his teeth, nobody would mind.
Everyone line up, Sherman's in the front. Look at him. He is an ugly one, the rest knows how. Look at him. Does he have his triplets inside how? What else would explain his looks being quite so rough? How on earth will coordinate cooks with all the gentle stuff? Look at him, look at us, see us impressed. Look at him, look at us, last and last. Sometimes we find it is kinder if some eggs never hatch.
Now that's what I call a snap. Look at him, still a duckling, but there's so much more. Look at him, finest cat food that I ever saw. Better still, he won't be missed from the things they say. Maybe they'll let me assist putting him away.
That's no short. You think that you are the most distinguished duck in the lake. She was once bred with a man, and you'll notice that she's a red-headed flock around the lake. This is the greatest distinction a duck can enjoy. It means that she is a duck who by both men and animals.
Now don't turn your toes in. Just bow your heads politely and say quack.
Quack.
Quack. Quack.
Quack.
Look at him, now he's doing a photo graph.
Imagine how he's feeling.
Mother Nature must have had a laugh.
The way he's quite appealing.
Look at him, na 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 na. A relation, one should say. He's walking in whatever he does. Oh, he really is an ugly once more.
Please, my son, and I love him. Do you see what you've done? You're to blame. This duckyard would be so boring if we all looked the same.
Anything that is not your kid. Look at him, not to go the way the Tinto did. Like design to shine, prospects pretty dim. He should know the soul of love.
Look at
Solve this with the words. Look at him. All right, Jackie, you haven't been messing around with my missus.
Me? Your missus? No, I look nothing like him. I'm a self-basting, self-boasting, fine, dry prime specimen with wonderful spurs. As for that, I would use that to stuff in the baby, you know what I mean?
Talking of stuffing, I don't suppose you'll be quite so full of yourself come Thanksgiving.
Oh, I hate that word.
What, stuffing?
No, Thanksgiving.
Congratulations, Ida. They're delightful.
Thank you, Your Grace.
Tell me, that big chappie? Whatever happened there? He isn't exactly your classic Beatrix Potter, is he?
I wish the others wouldn't pick on him so. He'll turn out all right as he gets older.
Well, the others are trying, my dear. I only wish I could have produced a brood of my own this year.
Oh, Your Grace, I was so sorry to hear about that. You must miss him terribly.
He was a fine duck, Mandarin. But alas, he became crispy and aromatic before his time. Still, life goes on. Now, where has Maureen gotten to with that French bread?
Ta-da! You have to try it. It's better than the usual stuff. Even the crusts are nice.
Oh, yes, Maureen, you're right. Come on, children, try some of that.
I'll give it a dabble.
I'll try it.
Make way for Oh, Ida. You're really going to have to do something about that HONK.
Oh, look, croissants!
You're too big for your age already.
Hey, wait a minute. I'm hungry too. If they knew just how dearly I would love to. But it's true, I'm a bird who seems to lack the knack. I'm just different, I'm just different from the rest. But who can blame them wanting me to find another nest? Different isn't naughty, different isn't bad. So why should being different make me sad? I'm just different. They're like peas from the same pod. No wonder they make fun of me. That's harder when you're odd. But different isn't scary. Different is no threat. No one's still their brother. They forget. I didn't choose to look this way. I didn't want to be unique. I don't like my grubby feathers, and I hate my stubby beak. There's a runt in every litter, one black sheep in every flock. But when you know it's you somehow, your ego takes a knock. I'm just different, but I have a sense of pride. My looks may well be funny, but I'm hurt the same inside. Different isn't spiteful, different isn't wrong. So why is it so hard to get along? I only want to get along.
You didn't get any bread.
Different isn't hateful. Different could be swell. Different is just, well, different. I'm your friend.
I don't have any friends. Everybody hates me. Because I'm ugly.
Well, they are too cruel. I think you look delicious.
What did you say?
I said poultry. They can be so malicious. Look at them guzzling all that bread.
It's supposed to be really nice. It's French.
Alors, did you mean to say that they didn't let you have any?
Not a crumb.
Well, that settles it then. Lunch is in on me.
Really? You are a good friend.
Of course I am. Now just follow me.
I really think I should tell my mother first.
Oh, no. Look, she's talking to her grace. Don't you know a duckling should never, ever interrupt anyone who is talking to her grace?
But I really think I should.
What a feast!
A little on the stale side, but one mustn't grumble.
Mama?
Yes, dear. Excuse me a moment, Your Grace. Beaky, stop stepping on Downy's foot. She keeps going around in circles.
Mama, would it be all right
Just a
if I-
moment, sweetheart. Billy, not such big mouthfuls. Soak it in water first, or you'll choke.
Well, I've been invited
I'm
to go.
sure, darling. Fluff, I hope we're not just picking out the raisins.
Listen, we won't be gone for long. What harm can it do? And besides, you are hungry, aren't you?
Well, yes, I am.
Well, that makes two of us. Come along.
If you're sure.
Oh, I'm quite sure.
It's Ida. I feel sorry for her. How she ever managed to lay the egg, I'll never know. It makes my eyes water just thinking about it.
I think it puts out the wrong message, having someone looking like that paraded around lakeside amenities.
Do you mind? That is my son you're talking about. There is nothing wrong with him. He just looks a little bit different, that's all.
Well said, Ita. I agree with you. And if I agree, then everybody agrees. I think an apology is in order from you two.
Wait a minute. Where's he gone?
I thought he was with you.
He was just a moment ago.
Well, if he's got any sense, he'll have gone to find a bag to put over his head.
Drake, that's enough.
Oh, calm down, love. He can't be far away.
He was trying to tell me something.
So he probably just wandered back to the lake. You know how he loves swimming.
Not without telling me first he wouldn't.
Oh, for goodness sakes, all right. Sylvester's turkey. You go that way and search along by the milking shed. Maureen and Henrietta, you go that way and search along by the hen house. Ita, we'll take the young ones down to the lake. Come on.
And all coordinate operations from the grain store.
Snack Shack. Fast food for famished felines.
It's a nice place you've got here.
A little bijou, perhaps, but I think of it as home. Now let me see here. Duck pate, duck pancakes with plum sauce, casserole of duck with cherries, duck with chestnuts. Ah, here we are. Duck à l'orange.
What are we having?
I'm having you for lunch.
Yes, I know that. But what are we going to eat?
Oh, I'll cook something up. A surprise.
My mama must have been thinking of someone else. She told me to beware of the cat.
Oh, bless her. Mothers are all the same. For some reason, they think is part of their job description to keep us from having any fun. Not my mother, John. Oh no, she was different. Do you want to know what my mother used to say to me? You can scratch the antique furniture to sharpen up your claws. You can lacerate the cushions if you're ever stuck indoors. You can dig up all the flowers from the freshly planted beds. And with articles of clothing, it's okay to pull some threads. But I remember as a kindergarten kitten, one phrase that left me singularly smitten. You can play with your food before you eat it. You can just go on before you crunch it. You can play with your food, you can't beat it. So Ducky, let me play with you. You can play with your food before you bite it. You can just go on before you crunch. You can play with your food or why fight it. It's a crazy little game called So tell me, Ducky, what would you like to play? It can be anything. I won't tell your mother. Anything? Well, I'd like to paddle the clouds that are in the mud, take us to the backs in the shadow. Oh, but of course. Then maybe it's time to slime to the marsh where we find marshmallows. Okay. I'll go and slay a dragonfly, but all boatman hates. To say the cats are dangerous is clearly not the case. I'd rather play games that sharp and witty, and preferably with something in the kitty. You can play with your food before you nibble. You can mess with your meal before you slice. You can play with your food, but don't dribble. My mama gives the best advice. You can play with your food before you nibble. You can mess with your meal before you slice. You can play with your food and puff it. It's a crazy little game called lunch. We could go rushing in the rushes down to the beach, find the kind of place where it's all those cars and cars. But I don't have a cat that is secret in that board and get my name done. Oh, yes. But if the other ducklings want to come and join our games, they have to make a promise first to stop calling me names. I'll help you to forget the ways they started, just as soon as I have got my napkin folded. Oh, you want to play hide and seek, do you? Where are you? Am I getting warmer? Chevy your child before you chew it. You can play with your food, you can't beat it. So ducky, 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 let me play with you. You can play with your food before you ride it. You can't hold your tongue before you cry. You can play with your food, but do you like oranges? I don't know. I've never really had one before. Well, suck on this. It's a crazy little king car. Lunch. Oh, that's just those wretched children from the farm playing ball. Do they come and play with me? Do they ring around my Rosie? No. I bet you that they forgot that they even own a cat. Some people just shouldn't own animals. And 8 out of 10 cats who express their preference would agree with me. What are people? People? Oh, you don't want to get mixed up with people. Bad news. That's what people are. You should consider yourself lucky, Duckling. For I will spare you from ever having to encounter them. Duck! Very good, it's a duck. Duck! Yes, I know it's a ruddy duck.
Actually, I think I'm a madam.
Duck! Struck out by a foul ball.
You broke the window. The ball's got inside. Oh no, they're coming in.
That's good. You hide in there until the heat is off. I'll have to find my own way back to the duck yard. We'll have to have lunch some other time. Thank you, and goodbye. Right? At the hen house. No, that couldn't have been it. There was a pig's trough. That much I remember. Who could forget that smell? Oh. You, young lady, do you know if it was right or left of the cowshed? Right? Are you sure? No. Oh, it might be left. That doesn't do me any good. You! Do you know? No idea. You're no help. Oh. I'd like to paddle in the puddles, dabble in the mud, take us to go back to the shallows. Oh dear. I think I'm lost.
Lost? With the cat? Ida, ducklings don't get lost with cats, you know that.
We don't know for sure.
Mama, did the cat really eat him? Ew, that's gross.
Yeah, fancy eating something as ugly as that.
Now that's enough of that. I don't want to hear another quack. He's going to be back here by morning, and when he gets home, you are going to be nice to him. Now off to roost.
Why look in
Darling, it's been 1 week since your son went missing. How are you bearing up? Can you, darling, manage a tear for the camera?
What? And good, they've arrived! Leave this to me, love. Neil, which would you say is my better side?
Close up on the reaction shot. Confusion, anguish, matrimonial disquiet. I love it. Now, close up on the reaction shot.
This, dear, is Jaybird from America's Most Feathered. They're doing a feature. This will get us one up on those pelicans. Here's the picture you wanted. It's a bit torn, I'm afraid. Of course, we are still in a state of very deep sorrow.
Ida, darling, there's been some rumors of farmyard bullying. Do you believe that your son has been abducted? Or is it possible that he ran away just to escape his persecutors?
What are you saying?
A violent, defensive, oh, yet emotional. Just a hit of anger. I'm feeling up here.
Why can't you leave us alone?
Ooh, nice, very nice. Feisty sass.
What about me? Does nobody care what I think?
I'm sorry, sir. It's coming to the end of the transmission. I am going to leave the final word with Ida, darling, just in case your son is out there watching. But for now, this is Jaybird from America's Most Feathered. Say if you've seen anything suspicious from thieving magpies or lost ducklings. The chicks on the switchboard are waiting to take your call. All right, Ida, darling, it's all yours.
And don't start blowing, God's sakes.
Every time I turn around, I expect you to appear. Everyone may call my name, but it's your voice that I hear. Every moment that you're gone is a moment dark and gray. Every tear a mother cries is a dream that's washed away.
Stop filming me! Stop!
Every day you seem to be more empty than the last. Everywhere the sun once shone, a shadow has been cast. Every moment that you're gone is a moment dark and gray. Every tear a mother cries is a dream that's washed away.
But Ida, you can't just leave me here with the other four.
You'll manage, Drake. My mind is made up.
But not to mention, the churchyard is dangerous at this time of year.
I won't be satisfied until I know the truth. Try to understand, dear. A mother knows.
Well, here, you'd better take the cell phone.
Every moment seems an hour. Every hour lasts a day. Every tear a mother cries is a dream that's washed away. deal. We've been marching for an awfully long time.
Poppycock, would you rather we fly with a chute on the marsh? I think not, my sweet. This way.
Excuse me, I wonder if you could help.
Keep walking, dear. Eyes front. UFO at 4 o'clock.
But you see, I'm lost.
No excuse for bad navigation. A bird who gets off his flight path does not deserve his wings. Isn't that what I always say, dear?
Always, dear.
But I can't even fly yet. You see, I got lost on foot.
Bah, infantry, eh? Messy business.
He's only a youngster. Maybe we should direct him. Give, his marching orders.
Bah, very well. We're geese, migrants, you know, birds of passage. Run a tight fleet. Wouldn't do for us to get off our flight path now, would it what?
Well, dear, there was that one time when we ended up in the Wayward Islands.
Windward, dear, windward. And that was a different matter entirely. Weak thermals, strong headwinds, blown off course.
So, how come my sister managed to get to South Lyon?
Yes, France, quite, what?
No, darling, Michigan. Where were you trying to get to?
Back to my mama on the lake. I think it was in this direction. I saw a couple of birds flying overhead a few minutes ago.
Well, if you did, it was probably the last flight, what?
What do you mean?
Haven't you heard the ground to air? Bang, bang, hop, hop, what?
I don't think so.
There's a chute on the marsh there. It's very dangerous.
What is exactly a chute?
Well, it's a people's sport of one group of men move through the marsh, scaring dots into the air, while a second group with guns shoot them back out of the air again.
The cat did warn me about people.
The cat?
Yes, you see, I was traveling with this cat.
Oh, Dad's probably wanting to get rid of the ugly blighter.
Didn't your mother tell you how dangerous a cat is?
Well, yes, she did.
The enemy! Nasty piece of work there. Pull your wishbone as soon as look at you.
The cat said he was my friend.
Oh, you don't want friends like that, dear. Your mother was right to warn you.
She was?
Gun dogs. There they are. They must be starting to shoot again. I had hoped it wouldn't come to this. Time for maneuvers. All right, that is. Company, fall in. I didn't mean literally. All right. Eyes front, let's have a look at you. Barnacles. Barnacles, when I said eyes front, I had hoped that your body would also be facing a similar direction. Oh, sorry, Wing Commander. Pinkfoot, you've trotted in something. How many times have I told you to mind your own business? See to it. Snowy? Snowy? Never mind. All right, men. As you know, we have received orders to embark on a very delicate and not to say dangerous mission.
Oh, it's one of them, is it?
Indubitably. Our task is of reconnaissance and reunification.
Oh, here we go again. Translation, though. The poor duckling's lost his mom. Bless him. And we're all going to help find her. If that's what it means, why doesn't he say it?
Well, I say you can always tell a pompous goose by his pigeon angle.
All right, men, attention. As you know, we are about to take part in an exercise, the likes of which we have never faced before. You are a fine body of geese, and I know you will do your very best. Good luck, men. We're off on a wild goose chase. We will be no stranger Don't worry, dear. I'll navigate.
That's what I was afraid of.
We're off on a wild goose chase. It's a thankless task, what we ask who could do it as well as we. We're off into solve problems for us. Could be grander than having a gander, whatever
Excuse me, sir. Cattails advancing from the rear. I know we've spoken on the subject of your spectacles before, Barnacles. Get them checked. Cattails do not advance. In fact, they are most famous for staying rooted to the spot.
Hello, Ducky. I thought I lost you.
Stand back or I'll peck.
Oh, be still, my quaking legs. I'm going to be goose-torn.
What are you doing here?
I came to take you back to the farm. Your mother is carrying out something fearful.
My mother? You've seen my mother?
Of course I have. She's the one who sent me to fetch you. Special envoy.
Listen here, Hat. I'm in command of this squadron, and we have taken personal charge of the Duckling's safe return to his mother.
Well, I wouldn't try flying at the moment. Haven't you heard of the guns?
We will commence maneuvers as soon as the shooting party is over.
It's my party and I'm alive if I want to. It's my party and I'm alive if I want to. Alive if I want to. Alive if I want to. You know it's alive.
Stop it! No! Stop it! You! That's where you can see! Back in line! Back in line.
Sir?
Look, maybe I could be of assistance. I'll go over to the chute, and then I will tell you when they are packing up for the day.
All right, but no funny business. I know several ways to skin your type.
It's like taking candy from a man.
We're off on a wild goose chase. You may think it's odd that a squad such as ours could perform this role. We're off, and we'll prove that's not the case.
Avoiding the act will look for the squad back
And then return to base.
Company present paper. Company present code. All right, men. As you know, we are about to face our most perilous mission days. I need hardly tell you the risks involved, or the ultimate price that we may have to pay. As we fly on to glory, I want you to know how extremely very proud I am of this squadron. Keep a stiff upper beat, men. And of course remember our motto, Semper Victor non pete de foie gras.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Dot. I'm your senior flight attendant, and on behalf of Captain Bradley, I'd like to welcome you to this afternoon's flight from Foggy Marshland to some far farm. We will be cruising at an altitude of several feet and flying in a rather attractive V formation. In unlikely event of an emergency landing, we ask you practice the safety procedures. We hope we've been many times before. We hope you have a pleasant journey, and thank you for choosing Goose Air. It's the fluffy skies.
We're off to shore this Duckling is not so long. We won't be back to be found.
The coast is clear. They're putting away their guns.
Are you positive?
One of my lives.
no. Oh, Mama. What should I do now?
Hold your head up high.
It's not always so easy to hold your head up high and appear bright and breezy. I thought dreams were made for a reason, but hope seems to fade with each season. And Mama, you seem so far away. It's your voice that I hear.
Every day seems to be more empty than the last.
Just knowing that you're out there will help me to get by.
Until we're reunited, I will hold my head up
You two go on indoors. I'm going to sweep up the leaves from the front porch.
Oh no, a people person.
I'll be in later to give you a dish of cream, Queenie, and there'll be some cream corn for you too, Lobot. If you can lay me an egg for me lunch. Perhaps a brown one with speckles.
Brown I can manage, but I'm fresh out of speckles.
What's that? There's a dirty footprint on the shag.
Always in the place where it shows. Some people are so thoughtless. Why can't they step on the pattern section like civilized folk?
Never mind where they stepped. My point is that someone has stepped at all in our...
And look there! Whoever it was has burst one of the pillows.
I'm not a burst pillow.
Oh my word. It stinks.
What are you? Animal, vegetable, or mineral?
Duckable. Duck. I mean, I'm a duckling.
Are you sure you're a duck? Was your mother a duck?
Yes.
Well, she must have been sick as a pet when she saw you.
Oh, Loba, that's terribly good.
Thank you, dear. Oh, I don't think I've ever seen such an ugly duckling.
What are you doing in our house?
Well, I was sheltering from the cold. I saw the animal door and didn't think it would hurt to step inside.
Not hurt? Not hurt? Well, let me just tell you. The marks you've left on the carpet
We'll drive the old woman to grab the carpet fresh, and we can burn the smell of that, can't we, dear?
Steady, Queenie. Don't upset yourself. He's obviously going through the mold. Hormones running amok, irrational behavior, mood swings.
What of it?
I don't think I like your tone, young poultry, my lad. And mind that, you'll be marking the antimacassar next.
It's an antimacassar.
I don't know, but it obviously works. There hasn't been a macassar in this house for as long as I can remember.
Queenie, that's awfully good. You are a funny cat.
Thank you, dear.
Cat? Does that mean you are a cat?
Of course, I'm a cat.
So, are you going to eat me?
Oh, don't. Be disgusting. The very thought. I've never been into the bird butchering business. Couldn't be doing with all those feathers. It's like eating a meal and flossing your teeth at the same time. No, the old woman poaches me a fresh fish.
But the old woman is a person. Doesn't she hurt you? And you're a hen. Why does she keep you cooped up inside? Don't you prefer it out in the yard?
You must be crazy. All that scratching and scraping. Ooh. I live on the couch. Thank you very much. Queenie and I are domesticated, you see. It takes all sorts to make a world. On that point we are clear. It takes all sorts to make a world, but we don't let them hear. Our taste is good and liberal. Our views are well expressed. It takes all sorts to make a world. It's just that our sort's best.
So, you should be grateful that we are even bothering to enter into conversation with riffraff like yourself. You see, Lobot so mean because of an obvious deficiency in the leg department. Lobot is usually most particular about whom she chooses to speak to.
And I might tell you, that Queenie is downright snobbish when it comes to social exchange with poultry. I kept myself most fortunate that a common interest in needlepoint has for no such close friends.
When one explores the great outdoors, one feels what one may see.
A new flowering show perfect, Shakespeare on the settee.
Outside the world keeps changing. It's a constant state of flux.
It doesn't suit domestic folk. It's best left for you ducks. Oh, it takes all sorts to make a world. On that point we all clear. It takes all sorts to make a world, but we don't want them here. Our taste is good and liberal. Our views are well expressed. It takes all sorts to make a world. It's just that our sorts.
Don't mind if I do.
So, what exactly do you do here all day?
Well, we sit and chat, and sit and chat, and sometimes I will arch my back and let sparks fly from my fur.
And then we sit and chat, and sit and chat, and sometimes I will lay an egg.
And is that it?
Well, what else is there for civilized folk to do? What do you do?
Well, my most favorite thing is swimming. It's so wonderful letting the water close over your back as you plunge right down at the bottom.
Nobody knows all about plunging down at the bottom, don't you, dear?
Come on, I'll show you.
Swimming in the autumn? I've never heard of such a crazy notion.
Well, dear, you could use the exercise. Think of your thigh meat. She's got drumsticks like an ostrich.
Well, you haven't exactly been a slave, your step aerobics. It's as much as you can do to get your flap open.
Gracious, know what? You're missing your TV program. Chop Chop. She loves watching her antique shows.
It's through that.
You're sitting on it.
6 months on, darlings, and still no sight of the duckling, which you will remember from the photograph released at the time, can best be described as a rather unforgettable appearance. Our experts say that he has already undergone certain changes, so they have put together a composite of what they believe he may look like today. Some viewers may find this image disturbing.
That's you!
I'm sure he's still out there somewhere. So if anyone has seen him, please call in.
Mama!
Yes, once again, viewers, we're appealing to you if you have any information. The number is coming in on your screen.
Mama!
Is there something you'd like to tell us, dear?
Did you run away from home?
No.
Well, there's only one thing to do. I'll call from the kitchen.
Oh no, the old woman.
The old woman wouldn't ring her own doorbell. Come in.
No.
Not you again.
Thought I cooked my goose egg. Is that any way to treat your long-lost father?
Father? Ugliness certainly runs in the family.
He's not my father. Don't listen to him. He's overcome. Son! Hug your daddy. Your mother and I have been worried. Don't let him touch me. Does he look like a duck to you?
Now, dear. Those who live in glass houses shouldn't call the kettle black. Or something like that.
He's a cat. Oh, children will have their fun. I'm sorry if he has caused you any inconvenience, and I'm most very grateful that you've kept him all in one piece. Come along, ducky. Thanks and ask poultry for having you. I tell you, he's a cat. A no-good, sly, hungry, conniving tomcat.
It's no good. The line's busy.
Well, hello.
Mercy, another duck. What's the matter? Haven't you got a home to go to?
Meow.
Shouldn't you be getting back? He said his mother was sick with worry.
I told you he was a tomcat.
A tomcat? Brrr.
Don't get any funny ideas, Queenie. We have an arrangement. Don't forget. Oh no, there'll be tears before bedtime.
Madam, I'd be honored, though I'm not of your age, if we could get together, maybe share a dish of milk.
So, I'd be delighted. Though it's true we are a scrub. But when one's happens easy, one likes a bit of rough.
Queenie, you loose cat.
Meow. Together, all the times we will talk harder. Together, we will sit and garden walls. Together, we will let the pussy pop harder. Together.
a dream. My mistake was letting her go searching for my son. Ah, that one. It's not right. I spent weeks milling beaks hearing daddy, daddy, daddy. I'm impressed through the nest day and night. And what sort of time do you call this?
We sort of lost track of time.
Yeah, I'll take it, Mahoo.
Well, your father does.
Muller let us stay out.
Mom's not here. You're grounded.
Oh, Guano.
And where did you pick up language like that? You haven't been hanging around with that jaybird, have you? He's so blue.
Well, you say it.
That's different. I say it in a mature, adult, and grown-up way.
It still means the same thing. So, like, when's Mom coming back?
I don't know, honey. And have you preened your feathers today?
We haven't gotten around to that yet.
What do you mean you haven't gotten around to it yet? Don't they teach your kids anything these days? You know what happens to ducks that don't preen? They sink!
But she is coming back, right?
I don't know, honey. And did you eat the pondweed I packed for you?
The pelicans don't eat pondweed.
No, the pelicans would not.
Will she find Ugly?
I don't know, honey. I don't know. Anyways, it's getting kind of late. You ducklings better brush your beaks. Don't take all the hot water. My bill's big enough. When Ita said she'd go, I had to let her. A shame because this apron suits her better. Where's the joy in motherhood? An endless round of chores that have to be done. And when you think you see the back of them, you find in actual fact you're back to square one. There's no joy in motherhood, for if there is, it's something I just can't see. Yet I just somehow comes with all of this, and then on top of that, she puts up with me. Now what?
I will search every pond, I will search every stream, every river. And the broadest of bays and the widest of lakes must be crossed. While you are missing from my life, it's me who's feeling lost. Without you, I feel lost.
She won't face the fact. Look at her, can't you see the way the eyes are stared?
So have you heard anything from Heidi yet?
Nah, she's got the cell phone switched off. But the pigeon delivered this note this morning. It just says, I'm here, Twin Jugs, Minnesota. I don't know if that's a place or she's just being offensive.
And she's about so high with a rather characteristic honk.
Sounds like that squatty who shot through a while ago. I say he shot through. It was we who were shot through. It was just like Sag Harbor.
I think you mean Pearl Harbor, dear.
You can take this map if it helps.
How do we know you're not a cat?
I beg your pardon.
The last duck who came by here turned out to be a tomcat. One of those nasty feather-like.
Did someone say tomcat?
direction of Moorland Farm.
That's north of here, isn't it?
Yes?
How very interesting.
Help me, please. Help me. I'm caught.
Who are you?
I'm Penny. Please, do you think you can untangle me?
I'll try. What are you?
A swan. Ooh, mind you don't hurt yourself on that hook. No point in us both getting damaged.
A swan.
Typical me, my first migration, and what happens?
Your first what?
Migration. The cold weather is setting in, and we're leaving today for the warm lands.
Leaving?
You're a funny one. All these questions.
Sorry.
What's your name?
Everybody just calls me ugly.
Don't listen to them. It's a stage we all go through. You should hear some of the things they called me before the molt. Penny Dreadful, Penny Plain, Penny Dropping.
Pretty Penny? How could anyone call you names?
Well, like I said, it's just a stage we all go through.
Excuse me, do you think you could lift your wings up?
My mother always warned me to avoid the fishing line the people leave behind. That tickles.
Mine did too. She always used to remind me when we went swimming. There. Just one more loop around your leg.
Oh, thank you. I thought I was going to be left behind, and this is no place to spend the winter alone. Where's your flock?
I don't know. I was separated from my family, and the more I look for them, the further it seems I wander away.
That's dreadful. When did you last see them?
In the spring.
In the spring? You've been lost since the spring, you poor thing. You can't stay here for the winter, you'll freeze.
I'll be all right.
Come with me. The others won't mind, and then next spring we'll return together, and I'll help you find your family.
I couldn't possibly.
Come on, or we'll never catch up.
Penny, I'd love to. But I can't. I can't even fly yet. Or at least not well enough to go with you.
It doesn't matter if you're not as strong as the others. I'll stay back with you and fly at your pace.
That sounds wonderful. But I must keep going. I have to find my mother. I know she can't be that far away. But maybe, when you come back in the spring, we can meet up again.
I'd like that.
Penny, come along, darling, or we'll be late.
Come on, little lady.
And Penny, want to bring your friend, too.
Are you sure? I don't like to leave you, but I have to go. Goodbye, and thank you again. I won't forget you. HONK!
I've seen butterflies and bluebells sparkling in the dew, cobwebs in the sunlight shining. I've seen them too. I've seen woodlands in the autumn, falling leaves of every shade, and you, I thought I knew what beautiful was, but now I've seen you. I've seen waterfalls cascading, sparkling in the light, damselflies that dance their dance from morning to night. the beautiful ones, but now I've seen you. Now I've seen you.
I bet you she doesn't even come back. She probably won't even remember me. If she does, why would she want to have anything to do with me?
Whoops! Pardon me.
Leave me alone.
Sorry, fellas, I didn't mean to make you jump. Not that there's anything wrong with it. Jumping, of course. It sort of runs in the family, or jumps in the family.
What do you want?
Want?
Well, you might as well get it off your chest. Tell me how ugly I am.
Ugly?
There, I hope you feel better now.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. Hang on a minute. Would you mind if I had hopped off and then came back on again? I mean, have a word with yourself, Feathers. Who am I to call you ugly? Look at me. I mean, connect the dots here. If we're talking ugly, they don't come much more aesthetically challenged than me. I know what your trouble is. You have been preening yourself too much.
What do you mean?
You've got down in the mouth. Nothing. I'm getting nothing.
I want to be left on my own.
Now that's downright antisocial. Hang on a second. I got a human in my throat. Oh well, I know how you feel. I started out as a blob of jelly, and it's been downhill ever since. I say to myself, I'm just a handsome prince in frog's clothing. One day someone's gonna come along, kiss me, mwah, and release my inner beauty. And then I say to myself, nah, get real. Who wants to French a frog? You know what our trouble is?
No.
Our image isn't in vogue, that's all. But you mark my word, one day ugly will be in. If you just sit tight on your lily pad, each silly fad will pass. Then those who spot this season's look will fall flat on their ask your mother what it's called. For fashion is a fickle thing, but just you wait and see. The day will come when we're in style, then I guarantee. Out there, someone's gonna love ya, someone's gonna love ya, what's and all. Out there, just around the corner, in amongst the fauna, someone's gonna fall for you, though I'm Tyrannosaurus Rex. Some will find me sexy in my way, though it may take some time to find them. When you do, you'll have a ball, 'cause out there somewhere someone's gonna love ya. What's it all?
Do you really believe
What? Of course I do. If I didn't, I might as well jack it all in and donate my legs to gastronomic research. I'm telling you, Feathers, you've got to look on the sunny side of the lily pad. Well, the ugliest of creatures have a few redeeming features, so why not let your better point shine forth?
a mouth that drops from east to west.
That no empty corners of point. No, that's the idea. So don't go into hiding. There's no need for disguise. Even some potatoes have got nice eyes. I'm telling you, fellas. Out there, someone's gonna love ya. Someone's gonna love ya. Warts and all. Corrupting my language.
Out there in a muddy puddle, someone needs a cuddle, though the chance is small.
It's true, just think, whenever you boosting, oh, one day you'll be roosting with a mate.
Shucks.
Though it may take some time to find them when you do, you'll have a fall. 'Cause out there somewhere, someone's gonna love ya. Warts and all. Tell 'em, kids.
Somewhere out there, we don't know where, someone who cares, love you more than all. Somewhere out there, we can't say where, but someone is gonna fall for you.
Though I'm Tyrannosaurus Rex, some will find me sexy in my way.
Like you sexy.
Though it may take some time to find them when you do have a ball. 'Cause out there somewhere, someone's gonna love ya. Someone's gonna love ya. Out there, someone's gonna love ya. Someone's gonna love ya. What's that all? Out there in a muddy puddle, someone needs a cuddle. Oh, the chance is small. It's true, just think, whenever you need boosting, oh, one day you'll be roosting with a mate. Though it may take some time to find them when you do, you'll have a ball. 'Cause out there somewhere, someone's gonna love ya. Out there somewhere, someone's gonna love ya. What's that all? What's that all? What's Must hop? I'll be seeing you, feathers. But just remember, one day it will be us who are the flavor of the month. What am I saying?
Thank you and goodbye. If you ever find yourself coming near the duckyard, do call in. I'd love for you to meet my family.
Will do. Stay warm, stay cheerful. See ya. Ribbit, ribbit, ribbit.
Well, what do we have here? A nice plump little duckling. Got you, my beauty. It's no good you struggling and honking. I've got a family to feed and you'll make a fine Sunday roast. Now, where's my knife? It's colder than a penguin's picnic out here tonight. Darn, I must have left it in my car.
Hello, Jackie. I see the macrame classes have paid off.
Oh, no. How did you find me here?
Oh, a little bird told me.
Well, you're too late. The people have already got me.
Such a waste. Even if you did help me escape, you'd probably only eat me yourself.
Yes, true.
But you can't have me.
Look, I have what both of us will agree on is a very tempting proposition.
Well, I don't like oranges if that's part of the plan.
Look, if you come with me, I'll take you back to the farm, and you'll be able to see your mother one last time.
Either way, I'd get eaten, right?
Well, you can't have it both ways. Quick, make your choice.
All right, you're on.
But no funny business. At least this way, you get to see your mother again.
Is this way?
Jiminy Crickets! He's escaped!
The sun is golden watery, the ponds are deeply frozen. Of all that's left for tragedy, it's memory that's chosen.
Are you sure you know your way back to the dockyard? You seem to be going around in circles.
Oh, shut up! It's this snow! It makes everything look the same. Oh.
The skies are gray and menacing, a place where one seems certain, and even God can the sweat when the trumpet is
He is gone! He must be close now!
Are you out there? Oh, dear, is anybody out there? You can't talk without me! You foolish girl! Shut up, Lord! Oh no. Honey? No, my baby. Oh, not like this. Not after all this time. Poor little thing. What was the point of you that's alive? It can't end like this. Oh, darling, it can't.
Nor will it, my dear.
But he's dead. My baby is dead. It's all my fault. He wandered away from the nest last spring. I should have gone after him. But I had his brothers and sisters to rear. I couldn't just leave them. And now I'm too late.
Cry, my dear
only I could believe that.
Oh, but you must. For what do we have if we don't have hope?
Just knowing you were out there helped me to get by. And now we're reunited, I can hold my head up
Father, the singer I told you about, the one who saved my life. Do you remember me? Oh, please say you remember me.
Of course I remember you. How could I forget you? You're the most beautiful thing I've ever seen.
Well, you should take a look at your own reflection. I've seen rainbows reaching skyward, pass between the clouds, and fade from view. I thought I knew what beautiful was, but now I've seen you.
And though I've seen the willows weeping branches, the misty morning air,
A clear and stormy night has nothing to compare.
has nothing to compare with you.
And you knew I was a swan.
Of course I did. That's why I asked you to come with us. If only your wings had been strong enough.
Well, now you can come with us and learn our ways.
And my mother? Can she come too?
Of course not. I'm just a baggy old duck. I can't teach you the ways of the swans.
But you taught me how to swim.
And from what I remember, that nearly finished me off. It's hardly surprising, really, dear. Fancy me teaching a swan to swim.
But I want you to come.
I can't go with you. My place is back on the lake with your father, bless him. They say birds of a feather should flock together, and your place is with the swans now. And I think I know someone who's rather keen that you go with them.
I've just found you. I'm not sure I want to leave you again. Not so soon.
Of course you do. Now go on before it gets all tearful and unnecessary. And be sure you visit us all in the duck yard. Take good care of him for me, won't you?
Goodbye, my dear. This must be very hard for you, but I promise you he'll be safe with us.
I'm sure he will. Now go on then, let's see you fly. Go on, darling, don't worry about me. Go on, take a run at it. He was different. He was different from the rest. Of course, he can't belong with me. I know I should have guessed. He wasn't mine to mother. He wasn't mine to rear. Another dream gets washed away. Another dream. Another mother's tear. One, two, three.
HONK! think I was going to leave, did you?
But you must think of yourself now. It's your life and you belong with the swans.
I don't care whose egg I came out of. Nor my mother. Nor the one who raised me. That's what matters now.
Well,
it takes all sorts to make a world. And you said yourself, the duckyard would be boring if we all looked the same. So that's why I've come back. To be different.
We are both coming back.
To be the first swans on the lake. I was different my entire life. I was different as a duckling, and now I'll be different as a swan. I like being me. I like my honk. I like being different.
You are certainly that.
I'm so proud of you.
Well, come on then, what are we waiting for? I cannot wait to see Drake's reaction. I think he might lay an egg. And what that might turn into does not bear thinking about.
Wait a minute. I have some unfinished business I need to take care of first.
Oh, hello, you. Swanee? Oh, Swanee. How I love you, how I love you. You can play with your duck until you goose it. You can chicken your swan until you grouse. That's it. I quit. I've been working too hard. Take me to the Betty Fur clinic.
Oh, Cat, you stud, Muffin, you.
There's hope for me yet. I'll be right back. Mon ami.
This is Penny.
Hello.
Hello, Penny.
Welcome home, my dear. I've been thinking. I'm getting very long in the bill, and I feel the time is right for me to relinquish the red band. Wear it with pride, my dear, for you are indeed the finest bird on the lake. As I know I was in my day. And let it be known that from this day forth, the red band shall be known as the signet ring.
Look at him, look at us, see the difference. Why did we ever think him undone?
I always knew that my family was blessed with royal blood.
Oh, yes!
What?
Made it through the Thanksgiving!
Wait for us.
Yes, thanks for us. Look what Cat's been up to.
Hey, I got one of my own. Come on, big boy.
I'm a reformed feline.